So, in the interview with Rock Bottom, Zakk Wylde of
What's happening?
Society, yes, great to have you. So
Great to be here.
How is the run of the tour so far, and how is the new material of Grimmest Hits accepted by the audience?
No, the tour's been going great around seeing all the chapters from around the world. A lot of dancing. We haven't torn any hamstrings, haven't pulled any inner thigh muscles, haven't broken any stilettos or ankles. So the dancing has been exquisitely safe. As far as the new songs, they're going over really well. It gives a chance for merch sales to go up, and everyone gets a chance to go to the bathroom and drink more beer. So it's all positive.
You are the master of brutality as well. What is your opinion of about the German beer? What do you say?
Well, back when I used to consume the German beer, because now I'm just on a steady diet of paint chips and glue, and the results are astoundingly the same. I wake up with my pants around my ankles, and all the fellas tell me we had a great time.
Yeah.
But no, I love the German beer.
Yeah,
you know
that's good.
Well, because I'm German, so I mean it works well.
Yeah, and the newest album, Grimmest Hits. What was the idea to choose Grimmest Hits as the album title? Because it sounds more like a compilation album title. So Grimmest Hits. How did you come to this idea?
Well, the record company asked, Zakk, are there any hit songs on this record? I said, no. I said, we don't have any hit songs. I go, they're rather bleak and grim. So that's why we went with Grimmest Hits. And then, somebody said, do you think people get it confused with a greatest hits record? I go, no. See, if you have a greatest hits record, if you're the Bee Gees, you can have a greatest hits record because they have hit songs.
Yeah.
We're Black Label Society. We don't have any hit songs. So therefore, it's Grimmest Hits, not greatest hits. So this way somebody can listen to it and go, I don't hear any hit songs on this record. And you go, that's right, jackass, because it's called Grimmest Hits, not greatest hits. And then at that moment, they'll say, wow, this really lends more to his genius than I thought. That's what I tell my wife every day.
Yeah, that's it.
Next question.
Yeah. How do you find the lyrics for your albums? Because most deal with war and sometimes with war and with such things. How do you find the lyrics for your albums generally, and how did you find the lyrics for Grimmest Hits?
Well, a lot of times, people say, man, Zakk, the songs are, the lyrics and the content of the lyrics is very dark. And, and I go, well, yeah, just, I write from what I know, and that's what I write about experiences I had when my parents dropped me off at the first day at nursery school. So that's what I remember about it.
Oh, yeah.
And I write about that. So it's just dark and miserable. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
It is, in this album are no fillers, just killers. So where do you take the creativity for your work? Because it's a very solid, great album. And what is your recipe for writing such great songs?
Well, just as long as Justin Bieber and Lady Gaga still making records, I'll continue to be able to make Black Label albums, because what I do is I take their albums, put them on backwards, and listen to all the satanic messages and all the satanic riffs. And then I just play them backwards, and then I convert back to Catholicism, and then we make another record. It's quite the production, but I do it all for the art. I don't do it for the money.
Okay. You're well known for your heavy tunes, but also for your pensive songs. I guess on each album are some mellow, pensive songs. In which mood do you write the heavy tunes? In which situation do you write the more mellow parts? For example, Love Unreal is for me a mellow song. I love this.
Well, the reason why we have the heavy ones and the mellow ones, the heavy ones are for when you want to rub one out. And then the mellow songs are when you want to take a break. And then it goes back to heavy and you start whacking again. That's what it is. I put the mellow songs in there purposely just to give you a chance to relax, so you don't just rip the thing right off your body.
It's it. And there's still a huge Black Sabbath influence in your music. Is it intended, or did it become your DNA today because of your work with Ozzy and your predilection for Black Sabbath? How would you see it?
No, I mean, the reason why with Black Label and the Black Label soup, you'll always taste Sabbath in there. And, I think it's always a reflection of all the music you love and all the artists you love. So I think everybody is. You're a reflection of everything that you digest and what you listen to.
Yeah.
You know, whether it was, and I mean, I'm on a steady diet of obviously all the music I was weaned on, and I mean, that's how you learn how to play. So it's just Sabbath and Zeppelin, the Allman Brothers, Bad Company, Skynyrd, Elton John, Neil Young, the band, the Eagles, you know, Creedence. I mean, it's just a matter of, I think with everybody, it's just a matter of what you digest and what you love listening to. You know, so yeah, without doubt.
You were shown and you had a small interview on the latest Rush the documentary. So how important is Rush for you?
Oh, I love Rush, without a doubt. I mean, you know, it just, aside of the musicianship, it's just great songs and great music. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay. And the earlier albums, for example, 1990 Eternal or The Blessed Hellride, sounded a little bit more aggressive and more heavier. Would you agree? Am I right? I'm not quite sure.
Yeah.
And how would you see your musical progress from the early albums to this new one?
No, I think it's every record is an evolution. I think with every band that we love, you know what I mean, or every artist. I think, you know. Yeah, I'd have to say probably the earlier records were probably a bit heavier, but then from Sonic Brew, and then when it got to Stronger Than Death in 1990, I mean, it was just, it also depends on what side of the bed you wake up that day. Because I think everybody's records are just snapshots in time of where they were and where you know, I mean, if that was the case, you know, Led Zeppelin would have put Stairway to Heaven on the first record, but they weren't there yet. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it took a couple records, and then you know, then they ended up writing that song. Then, you know what I mean? So I think it's with everybody, it's like that.
Of course. And in the year 2004, you have released the album Hangover Music Volume 6. It showed a different side of your musical attitude. Are there any plans for a follow-up for this Hangover Music Volume 6?
No, I mean, you know, that was just a matter of. When that record came out, it was just a matter of, because we were doing the heavy records and then we'd like doing a mellow record. You know, like the last album when we did Book of Shadows 2, you know, the reason when we do those Book of Shadows records is what you know going in, it's a mellow record from the beginning to the end. You put the needle on to the end of the record. It's just a road trip record, and it's just, if you want to chill out, it's just a mellow record. So, and like you said, I mean, those records are just my love for the Eagles and the Allman Brothers and Skynyrd, the Rolling Stones, you know, when they do mellow stuff, you know, whether it's Wild Horses and stuff like that. So, you know, as much as I love Zeppelin when they do Black Dog, I love it when they do Going to California. Well, that's the way, or something like that, you know.
So you are a guitarist and singer, so is it a problem playing live? Because have you to reduce your guitar playing if you sing? I'm a non-musician, I don't know. You know, because guitarist who just plays guitars can maybe act a different way. How would you see it? No,
you know, I've always done the singing thing when we had cover bands because, you know, it was just like the three of us in the band. So, like, you know, I'd end up singing the Sabbath stuff and Cream and the Hendrix stuff and stuff like that when we used to play keg parties. And, you know, it was like when we were 16, 17 years old. So, no, I mean, singing's fun. You know, I mean, I love doing the singing. I love playing piano. I love, you know, I love playing guitar. So, and it's the same thing. It's a creative process when you're writing. I mean, I enjoy as much writing the music and the riffs, and then, you know, coming up with a melody, and then obviously the challenge, you know, writing lyrics. You know, just finding the subject matter, what you want to write it about, and then using metaphors and everything like that. So, you know, and then when it comes to the solos, I mean, that's another little project. You know what I mean? To come up with a solo that fits the song. So it's I love the whole thing, the whole process. I love it.
It's easy to combine all of this. It's no problem anymore.
It's like building a house. You know, you have the foundation, and then, you know, that's the basic tracks with the drums and the bass and the scratch tracks down. That's the foundation. Then we put, you know, then you build the house. Then you put the frame up, and then you put the walls up, and then after that, you know, then you paint the house, and then you put the furniture in it, and then you just see it start coming to life, you know, when you design it. So I mean, it's just a process of building it. But, you know, I love the whole process.
Of course. in your first, I guess, 4 albums, you played guitar, bass, were singing, you did on keyboards, I guess, as well.
Yeah.
So, but nowadays you have your musicians who do it. What do you think is better? Play it all for yourself?
Well, both. I mean, I love playing bass too. And I love but the whole thing is I love the interaction of playing with the guys. You know what I mean? So, and I mean, this lineup's been together with us we've been together for a bit now. So, but I just love the interaction with the guys.
Mm-hmm. And how much is improvised on stage and how much is rehearsed on stage if you play live?
No, we practice the whole show like a Broadway musical before we go out on the road. We got to make sure the choreography's right, the dance steps are right, and everything like that. You know, you don't want anybody getting injured up there or pulling a hamstring or anything like that. You can't have that.
No, of course. Yeah. And you are playing your Bullseye's guitar model. What's behind this Bullseye guitar model? Is it just a trademark or has it some advantages for you playing wise or?
What's that? Oh, the paint jobs on the guitars? What are you talking about?
Yeah, your guitar model, the Bullseye guitar model. What's behind it?
What
why do you play this kind of guitar? Is it very good for your music?
No, I play Wild Audio guitars because that's my company.
Yeah.
And I enjoy Wild Audio guitars. Yes.
Yes, of course. And you started your long career with Ozzy Osbourne in 1987. So how would you describe your relationship to him today?
Well, when I first met Ozzy, I crapped my pants. That's first. And then Oz said, "Zacky, I just want you to play with your heart and then make me a ham sandwich and go light on the mustard." I said, "Okay." And then he poked me right in the eyes. And I said, "Why did you do that?" And he said, "'Cause life's tough. Now go make my ham sandwich and go light on the mustard." And I've still been making ham sandwiches and going light on the mustard since I was 20 years old.
You are still a member of his band today?
Yes, and I also make his sandwiches, and I go light on the mustard because that's how he likes his sandwiches. And you don't want to go heavy on the mustard. You don't. He gets angry and he gets upset, and you don't want that.
Okay. And after this tour, you will join Ozzy's band, or what is planned?
No, I mean, Oz has been. Since I've been with Oz, we're beyond music. I mean, he's the godfather of our oldest son, who's named after him, Jesse John Michael. So. No, I mean, Oz, even though I wasn't playing with him for those 9 years or whatever it was, and Gus was in there, and I'm buddies with Gus, and Gus is amazing. No, it just, Oz could have called me up anywhere in there. I mean, if Gus's wife was pregnant and they were, it was like, "Zakk, can you come out for 3 weeks while Gus is home?"
Yeah.
I would have been like, "Yeah, but just give me the set list and let me know what you need, and I'll fill in for Gus until he gets back." But, or if you need me to clean the dog run and get some eggs and milk, I'll go run it over to the house. So it's more family than it is, it's beyond the music. You know what I mean? I love him. You know what I mean? So, him and Sharon. I mean, without them, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you right now.
Yeah,
so,
of course.
I'll forever be grateful to them for that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, some kind of parents for you.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, Sharon's been like my mom since I've been 19 years old. And Ozzy's been like a big brother. For me since I joined the band.
Yeah, and still good relationship to Geezer.
What's that?
Geezer Butler.
Yeah, Geezer as well. Geezer's amazing, and I love Geezer too.
Yeah,
all the guys.
It's good. Yeah. So, what are your further information for your fans? Do you have further messages for your fans?
For everybody that believes Black Label, just stay strong. God bless. And don't pull any hamstrings if you're going to be dancing. Make sure you warm up. That's all I got.
Thank you for this nice interview.
Thank you.